guys, welcome to Live It Up, your favorite show that focuses on all forms of creativity at its best.
My name is Tosin Akingba. I'm a graphite and charcoal artist, and I major mostly on facial expressions.
She never dreamed forever be nobody wifey.
I started drawing when I was a child, and I've always loved drawing. I remember when I was in secondary school when the talent really, came out of me, and people started noticing me in the streets, in school. My principal and my parents knew that I was very good at drawing. I do draw on chalkboards. I draw for my then PHE teacher, that was physical health education, at the GSS level. I would leave my class and then go to other classes just to help her draw athletes on the chalkboard. Always loved drawing, but I never developed my talent. If I do draw for fun back then, I draw to decorate. I would decorate my classrooms with super striker comic books. I would draw from the comic books on cardboard papers and then paste in my classrooms.
I think tonight she might.
And then going to work for a firm or something. I used to be a presenter. I've worked for firms, I've worked for investment companies, I've worked for insurance companies, but I've always known that there was something missing inside me until I quit my job and I had to just focus on my talent, which is drawing. 2019 January to now, I've been drawing and have been happy. I've never been so happier in my entire life. Ever since I started drawing and following my dreams and my talents, I have been full of life. There's no single day I wake up and I'm not happy. Even if I'm to get stressed, it's going to be over my work and it makes me happy. So I'll be talking about some of my art pieces, and if you look very closely, you can see like a tear streaming down her face. And when you look close enough, you see an image in her eyes, an image of a man, standing in a position or in a posture that signifies like authority, or trying to stop her from doing whatever it is that she wants to do. That is the reason why she has tears going down her eyes. And the title of this art piece is called Anguish. I call this one Zombie of the Cross. And it's a bit controversial, but it's my own way of expressing my thoughts. Now, we can see some symbolism in the drawing, like the crucifix on her forehead, and that signifies, the body. I mean, church, Christ, religion, Christianity. And you can see her hands. She's in a praying position. And what you'll be able to notice very, very well that stands out are her eyes are blurred out. Now, what's the meaning of this zombie of the cross? It simply means how people are blinded by religion. This one is my latest piece. It's not done yet because I'm actually saving for a special occasions. I'm going to be doing more of this size, and you're going to be seeing me very soon because I'm working towards an exhibition. So this particular one, I call her Chinelo, which means the thoughts of God, or you can call it God thoughts. It's an Igbo name, and there's a lot of power in that name, God's thoughts, and God's thoughts or the thoughts of God.
My sexy girl, she on fire. My sexy girl, kilo desire. Say my sexy girl, you are my only desire. If them hate, make them hang for a wire. Oh baby, I'm getting money, I cashed out. Oh baby, me and you.
Sometimes I spend the whole day just doing this. It's actually fun, especially when I have my music box with me. So my medium is basically charcoal. That's what I use for my drawing, but I also use graphite. I use charcoal powder. I use graphite powder, and I use graphite pencils as well. Sometimes I might spend hours on a particular part, and then by the time I'm done, and I'll be like, I spent so much time on this part and I'm not even seeing the difference. That's just it when it comes to charcoal drawing. You have to be very, very patient. That decision I made was so crazy because in this time in Nigeria where jobs are hard to find, even graduates are scrambling for jobs, I got a good job and I'm saying I want to quit. I thought I was joking. I thought I was joking actually. Like maybe I'm trying to play an April Fool prank in December. When some of my family, not really family members, they're family members, like family friends, when they found out that I draw and stuff like that, when they saw my post on Instagram, on Facebook, they were like, Tosi, you're not serious, so you have this talent and you're hiding it. Many of them never knew that I could draw. Many of them never knew that I could do anything like drawing. There's nothing more sweet than you having or you doing a job that you love doing. You understand? When you have a job and you love doing that job, you don't mind spending extra hours, you don't mind spending extra time, you don't mind closing late, you don't mind sleeping there. You become very, very fulfilled. And that's what I am. That's how I feel right now. Yes. But in my own time when I was very little, art was nowhere because it wasn't really recognized like that, unlike now. That was one of the reasons why I got discouraged, because most of the people I knew then were always telling me as a child that artists they don't make money, they don't live a good life. I was encouraged to face my book, like every Nigerian child. Face your book, face your studies. Well, right from when I was a child, my mom was the first person to notice that I could draw, but she didn't really take it into consideration like that because she felt it was just a hobby and to pass. But when she noticed that, then I have my study time, they'll tell you, go inside and read your book. And by the time my mom comes in 2 hours later, she sees me drawing. Maybe I can carry a pamphlet or a magazine or a Sunday school pamphlet where they will draw Jesus Christ and the Lamb and everything. I'll be drawing it on my book. Or I can take my any newspaper and I see any drawings there, cartoons or whatever, comic books, and I start drawing. She'll be like, I thought I told you to read your book. Then she will spank me and tell me I'm not serious, I don't want to pass, I'm not this, I'm not that, I'm not facing my studies well as she expected. But it kept on going on forever, and then she was like, maybe this is actually what this girl wants to do. Maybe I should just leave her alone. But my father had other thoughts. He wasn't really okay with me doing it, except I created time for myself, like okay, 3 hours for reading and maybe 1 hour or 2 hours for my leisure, for my drawings or whatever.
She's a good girl, but she's bad too. My mama want a good girl, but my girl, she's too bad, oh, too bad. My sexy girl, she on fire.
Alright guys, thank you for watching my episode on Live It Up on HipTV, and you can see me on Twitter. You can get me on Instagram at Venus Akingba, Twitter Venus Akingba, Instagram Venus Akingba. I'm also a Super Man U fan, so my Twitter people would know me for that.